Compassion is Avalokiteshvara. Joy and equanimity are Mahastama Prapta. The ability to purify is Sakyamuni, and universal directness is Amitabha. The self is Sumeru. Desire is the ocean's water, and the afflictions are the waves. The poisons are the evil dragons. The falseness are the ghosts and spirits. The enervating defilements are the fishes. Lust and anger are the hells, and stupidity is the animals. Good friends, if you always practice the 10 types of good, you will go to heaven. By eliminating the false conception of the self, Sumeru will fall. By destroying desire, the ocean's waters will dry up. By eliminating the afflictions, the waves will be extinguished. By eradicating the poisons, the fishes will be extirpated. The Tathagata, who has realized the nature in his own mind ground, releases a great refulgence and illuminates the 6 gates without. Its purity can destroy all the heavens of the 6 desires. By illuminating the self-nature within, the 3 poisons are eliminated, and all the transgressions leading to the hells are dissolved in an instant. Clearly penetrating within and without, it is no different from the Western paradise. If you do not cultivate in this fashion, how could you ever arrive there? When those in the great assembly heard this explanation, they all saw their natures. They all bowed and sighed. "How excellent!" They cried out, "We wish that all the sentient beings throughout the Dharmadhatu could all become enlightened instantaneously." The Master said, "Good friends, if you wish to cultivate this practice, you may do so either as a householder or in a monastery. Householders who are able to practice this are like those persons of the East, whose minds harbor good. Those in the monastery who do not cultivate it are like those people of the West, whose minds harbor evil. It is only that the mind should be pure. Then it is the Western paradise of the self-nature." Lord Wei asked further, "How can householders cultivate this practice? I hope you will teach us this." The Master said, "I will recite a formless verse for this great assembly. Just cultivate according to this, doing exactly as if you were always with me. If you do not cultivate according to this, what benefit would it be to take the tonsure and leave home to become a monk?" The verse goes, "With the mind universally the same, why labor to maintain the precepts? With practices direct, what use is it to cultivate dhyana? Gratitude is to be filial in support of one's parents. Righteousness is to have sympathy for those above and below. Self-subordination is to honor the lowly and the familiar. Forbearance is not to approve of the various evils. If one is able to rub sticks to create a fire, the red lotus blossom will certainly grow from the mud. That which causes the mouth suffering is good medicine. That which offends the ears is loyal speech. By reforming transgressions, one will necessarily generate wisdom. To defend shortcomings within one's mind is not wise. In one's daily actions, one must always practice the dissemination of benefit for others. Accomplishing enlightenment does not depend on donating money. Bodhi should only be sought for in the mind. Why belabor seeking for the mysterious externally? If you hear this explanation and practice accordingly, the Western paradise is right in front of you." The Master said further, "Good friends, you should all practice according to this verse. See your own natures and directly accomplish the enlightenment of Buddhahood." I cannot wait any longer, and you should all disperse now. I am returning to Zhao Qi. If anyone here has doubts, then come and ask me about them. At that time, the prefect and the government staff, as well as all the good men and faithful women in the assembly, all attained enlightenment and accepted and respectfully practiced Huineng's teaching with conviction.